Greetings, everybody, and welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. Welcome to this week. This is an episode that we do every Sunday afternoon that kind of chronologicalizes everything that we're doing on the channel, at least for this week and possibly in the future as well. So today's episode, for those of you who follow it, we're doing basically six episodes. I'm not going to be doing the Great Prog War tonight. I've had some technical difficulties with my email address, and so I haven't been able to access Ben's selections for this week. And if by chance I'm able to resolve that by the time the show airs tonight, then I will do whatever episode he suggested for me. I will try to get that in there for tonight. Until then, I'm going to say that it's probably not likely going to happen. So we will be back normally, of course, next week. I'm not really sure what the technical issue is, but I'm sure it'll resolve itself and we will be back on track. So the first episode we're going to talk about tonight, then, of course, is Monday night's look back at a classic rock album. I have chosen this one to do today, Boston's Don't Look Back. Listened to it yesterday. Probably will listen to it again today. Really good album. I don't think it's in the same league as the debut, but few albums are really. But it's still a really solid album. Lots of really good stuff on here. Guitar is fantastic. Lots of stuff. Anyways, we're going to go over this album for Monday night's look back at a classic rock album this week. So I hope you'll come to the episode and enjoy this album. The next episode up is called Metal, which comes out on Tuesday. We're going to be doing Raven's Edge. Since we did do a Raven's Edge new album last week for the What's New, I decided, you know what, it was a metal album, opportunities here, we'll do Raven's Edge. I know it's supposed to be the new groups, and this group technically came out in 2009, although I don't believe they released an album until the last 10 years. So I guess, you know, you could make an argument for them, and I'm going to make one for them. So we're going to be doing them and their albums and their little bit about them this week on Metal. Okay, the next episode out of the gate is called Favorites. I've decided to do something I don't do very often, but I feel like I'm ready for this particular one. I am still missing 3 albums from the discography. One of them I'm pretty sure I misplaced somewhere, but nevertheless, I think it'll be strong enough. Those 3 albums are further down the track anyway, so we're going to be doing the rankings of the albums of this band. Yes, sorry, get a better shot of it here. I guess I should have put down the window here, curtain, because we're getting too much of a shine. That's what the problem is, and I didn't really notice it until I put this album up. Yeah, there, that's a lot better, I think. Anyways, we have Yes's relayer here, but this will be part of the rankings of all 23 studio albums of Yes, and I am including the Keys to Ascension as well. They're considered studio albums, but some people don't include them because they also have a lot of live stuff on them, but I'm going to include them because of the new material on them. So we will include them. I'm not going to include the ABWH album, which I actually consider a Yes album, but because it doesn't have a Yes label on it anywhere that I've seen, I won't include it in the Yes rankings. Okay, so that's for Wednesday night favorites. For Thursday night, we have the Forward Champion. The current battle is between Gentle Giant and Iron Maiden's Pieces of 8. Pieces of 8. Peace of Mind, sorry. Yeah, I need a peace of mind myself. One in between my ears would be good. So anyways, the winner of that will go on to face the new challenger, which will be this album, Rush's. Crazy, I'm not getting a very good view here. Oh, there it is. I'll come back a bit. No, forward. Wow, I wonder where this glare is coming from. I don't see where it's coming from. Coming from somewhere, though. Anyways, it's Rush's Farewell to Kings. And that will be the challenger this week. Also on the docket for this week is Monster Hits. And we are doing the year 1980. I've begun to collect all of the hits for that. And so normally what I do, as people know, is I choose a year. I've actually been doing them in exact sequence as they appeared in history, chronologically. Sorry. And so we're up to year 1980. I've begun to put together the 10 ones that I like the best and ranking them. That's how we do it. There's a lot of stuff. I don't think it's as strong a year as 79 or 78, but still it's a more of a transitional year, but transitional from that classic sound of rock, starting to get more of that new wave stuff in there. It started with the last year or the year before. It's getting stronger now. So we'll be doing that for Friday night Monster Hits. Okay, in addition to that, we're also going to be doing 7 more battles from our current series that we're doing for the month of September. This will be the second round. Battles number, I think it's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So, yeah, the same days as we have in the week, right? 17 through 23, so we'll have 7 more battles, all in the second round. Most of these look pretty tight, and to be honest with you, I find it difficult to choose one, because that means the other one that I really like is also going to have to go to wayside. And as you've seen that this morning, you should go back and watch that episode. And we will, well, it's not actually this morning. It couldn't be uploaded because I put one out last night. I'm going to put them out too close together. So we'll get back on track tomorrow. So anyways, we have 7 to go this week, all fairly tight battles. As it gets more narrow, it's going to get harder and harder. Okay, and then upcoming, the only thing of notability for the next while will be starting in October. I'm not doing a series for the month of October. I am planning one for the month of November. But for the month of October, I have a couple of mini series that I want to put in there. Ben suggested after I did the Big 6 of Prog, and I do want to reiterate, that was the Big 6 that I seen people talking about on the internet, all the different YouTube sites that I go to. I've seen the Big 6. I thought, you know what, I'll talk about these bands too. They're not my Big 6, but they are what considered the Big 6. Now, I'm going to do a Big 7, or if you want, the Hard 7 for hard rock. I've picked out 13 bands at this point in time, but we're only going to do 7 of them. So my task will be to whittle down the 7 to the 13 to 7. It's going to be difficult because in all likelihood I'm going to have to leave out some bands I absolutely love, but I'm going to pick the ones I think are the most influential, most notoriety, biggest seller, and people that have had a huge impact on the industry. So yeah, those will be the 7 I'm going to choose. I chose the number 7 because that's the lucky 7. And then we will do another mini series later in the month, and I'm going to do the heavy metal bands. It makes sense to do all 3: prog bands, hard rock bands, heavy metal bands. Maybe there'll be another one after that at some point. I have a couple of other mini series in mind that aren't related to that kind of thing, but these 2 will be the 2 I do for the month of October. The second one will be the metal bands. Now, I was going to go with the big 4 metal bands, and we all know what they are: Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, and Slayer. Those are the big 4. But I think I'm going to steer clear of that, because I think people, if they wanted to hear the big 4 from everybody, they could do that. But I'm going to pick I'm going to do another 7 here, and I'm going to pick my big 7, the ones I think are the big influential heavy metal bands. it won't be hard to figure out who some of them are going to be. There might be a couple in there that people will think, nah, I think that one's better than this one. I'm going to try and pick the ones I think have the most influence, most notoriety, that kind of stuff. So we'll be doing a mini series on that as well. And I'm still going to also I'm planning, and with technology working with me, I might be able to get this Roy Orbison rock legends that I've been talking about for a while in here as well. That would be my goal. So as of right now, those are the big things. I'm not doing any one-offs again. The series is taking a lot of time. Once we get down to the nitty-gritty, it won't take as much time. And then maybe I'll throw a couple of one-offs in there. I have a few of them in mind. So anyways, that's it for this week. I hope that you will show up and see some of these things. If you need to be reminded, please hit the notification bell, and you will get all the content on this channel for the week. So take care. Please put any comments you have below in the comment section. Hit the like button, it's much appreciated, and the subscription button, that helps a lot as well. And we will see you tonight possibly tonight for the Great Album Challenge. If for some reason one doesn't show up, it's because I wasn't able to make the connection with Ben, and we will do it next week when we do make the connection. So have yourself a good evening and take care. Bye.